So today I want to do this Cornucopia from Griffin. And so what I have done, I just have a thing for cornucopias. I remember in elementary school, the teacher talking about cornucopias and horn of plenties, and it was always at Thanksgiving time, and I just remember being fascinated, and it's just always been a symbol. And even though sometimes a lot of people will not even know what you're talking about if you say cornucopia or horn of plenty, they don't even know. They're like, what? But back then I was absolutely fascinated. I don't know what it was, what the deal was with it, but yes, completely fascinated. Now in her inspiration sheet, I guess, there's all kinds of stuff, and I didn't get the stickers. I only have the dies. But it shows you basically how to, do everything. So we're going to be working off of this, but kind of, sort of. We'll do it our own kind of way because we do sort of need it to be quicker because it's on video. I'm going to use my Sizzix switch machine, and it doesn't have a lot of pressure, so I'm thinking when I do the actual basket weave part of the cornucopia, then I would need to add a shim or something in here. So hold on, let me run this through. Okay, so as you can tell, I didn't mean to mention it before I ran it through, this is a very good sized die, and you are definitely going to need something, a bigger plate, to run it through. Let me get the measurements, and you saw how I turned it. That was just to get it to fit on the paper. So it's coming up to 11 1/4 by about 5 1/4. But like I said, you saw how I turned it, and to me that's going to be your smarter way to do it. Now what I'm going to do with the basket, so there's a shadow layer also that you can use. I'm not. Oh, maybe I have to. Yeah, I do have to. What am I thinking? I was thinking I wasn't going to do that, but I am going to need to just... Let me grab another tan or brown or something here. I was thinking I wasn't going to have to do that, but I was going to use this, but if that's right, it's an easel card. So this is going to be the bottom. So I need to run this through, and I could trim this down if I need to. Yeah, let me trim it down so we can, oops, got stuff falling. I just cut this kind of sort of in half here, and it'll fit. So the shadow layer, I'm just using the same color as the background. I like mine kind of brown and looking like it. This is going to be for the basket part. So let me get this basket part off. And this is where I think I'm going to need the shim. Now if I was using the Gemini has a lot more pressure. So with the Gemini, I probably wouldn't need to worry so much about it, but right now my Gemini is not plugged in, and it would be quite a while to get it where it would be plugged in well. So now I'm just going to take I'm just gonna, whoops, that's not where I need the shim. That's gonna cut fine. That's a simple layer. This is what needs more shimming. I'm just gonna take paper and kind of layer it up on here to give it just a little extra boost. I just used the pieces just because, I don't know, probably doesn't matter, but that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna send this through, and then we'll see about putting it together. Then we'll look at the fruits and veggies, because that can go through my marquee. I'll show you why I like to do this live. I didn't pay attention and my die moved, and I didn't save it. It was running through before I realized what had happened. Let's look and see if these shims were enough, and I can run that through. I wish I could run it through on the marquee, but there's no way. But I do have this piece of paper that I can now stick this on there, and it will actually have a little bit of embossing, right? Let's see if that was enough. Ooh, it looks like we just made that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You just gotta love the Anna Griffin stuff. Now you can see where I didn't have as much paper, and that didn't emboss as well. It's cut, but it didn't emboss quite as well. So remember, you want it embossed. Make sure that it's all pretty even too. It might have helped. So I'm going to run this through now. Oh, these little pieces are going to be... Now, this is double-sided gold. So if you wanted to save these pieces for a shaker, they're just like little diamonds. I'm not going to do that, but I'm just saying you could if you wanted to. Throw them in with some other stuff. Okay, and then I'm gonna Now, get this in here. I'm not worried about it being perfect or anything, but I just want to get it cut correctly. And this time I'm going to make sure that it hasn't moved before I stick it in the machine. And then we'll put the card together. See, this is an extra step. If I had paid attention, it would not have been necessary. I also do want you to see that my plates are warped, and I'm not too worried about it because I know that they still are going to work. So there's my shadow. There's my basket. Let's get these put back on here real quick, because even though they're big, if you have not been watching my channel very long, you don't know. Even though they're big, I'll lose them. That's just the way it is with me. So I'm going to put them here right now. Ugh. Corn's in the way. Oh well, it's there. You would be happy with that. It'll probably fall down, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is not real bad for where you're going to be putting the glue. You got plenty of space. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down first. I want to be careful because this being the gold, and I think this is that double-sided gold paper from Spellbinders that is just amazing. I don't even know if they still sell it. I always got it with the paper kit or the craft kit, and of course they quit including this stuff in their craft kits. They don't include the dies or the stamps anymore, and that's, I don't know about the stamps to be honest, but they don't include the dies anymore, and I just opted out. Said that's enough for me. I would have much rather had them raise the price, you know, or reconfigured the what you get for your prices, then take that away. As I was thinking the other day, man, I missed that Spellbinders kit. I think I was reaching for something like this paper, and I thought, I sure missed that Spellbinders kit. I always loved getting the Spellbinders kit, and I really was sorry to see them change it. So to put our card together, we are going to fold on our score lines. What I don't understand is there appears to be, okay, that's not really a score line, that's just where that die did that. And then this is going to fold in. I suppose you could make this extra and fold those both. And guess what? you know what I did? I didn't do this backwards, so don't do what I did. Think about it first, because you saw how quickly after I pulled this up I realized what I did wrong. This is what I folded wrong. Not that, this. Oh. So this would go on here, and then that will glue like that. Now, if I do it this way, it's got a little, but it's not going to be as sturdy. So that's why, just ignore that line. You line this up with that. Should it be up higher? Not really. Let me look at the pictures, because this is throwing me a little bit here. Usually it fits and lines right up. It usually lines right up. This one isn't doing that. So what am I doing wrong? Do I need to bring it up? No, that won't work either. It's gotta be. Huh. See, that doesn't show when it's up, but when it's down, that just looks awkward. And I want it to look right both times. So I'm just gonna line it up the best I know how, I guess, and do that. So I'm going to use the claw this time. I'm going to put this one away. I might have to come in and re-glue that gold on there. Guess I didn't have it all the way open. There we go. See, it just doesn't line up perfect. So see, you see I got glue on the back here. I don't want that glue drying, holding it together, because then it's not going to easel properly. See, to me it should kind of lay more on its side. Oh, there we go. Sideways like this. But then it's not going to easel right. So I should have brought it down. That's okay. Hold that down. Alright, let's bring the marquee in now. And we can get some of the veggies made. So we're going to want corn. Now I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but the truth is that this is either a very small pumpkin or this is a very large corn. It's a very small pumpkin because look, I got the grapes. But even then, that could be a big bunch of grapes and it would still look okay. And here, oh, I'm going to call that an apple. And some kind of squash gourd, whatever it is. Okay, so we need some orange for this. We need some purple for the grapes. And we could run it twice. Do you want, let me think. Here we go. Some green for the leaves also. We got corn that also needs to be run through twice. What kind of corn do we want to do? Yellow corn or I'm going to use this right here. Even if it don't look right, I'm taking a chance that it just might. That just might make a good stalk of corn right there. So, I'm also going to do this into two of them. Into the green also. And then an apple. I think this background paper I made is going to make an awesome apple. Maybe right here. It's kind of a different look because the paper's kind of shiny here, but I think that'll be alright. What else? The gourd. What color do we want to make the gourd? That is the question, isn't it? Let's do this one. It's pattern 2. We might as well do 2 patterned. And then it looks like we did it on purpose. Not just because I seen that one sheet and thought, that might make them little kernels look a little better. Oops. So let's just get these going here. Pumpkin and corn. The corn right now is the one I'm most curious about because of that paper. I hope it works like I think it's going to. You know, sometimes just because we see it a certain way doesn't mean that's the way it's going to be. said that I'm having a little bit of trouble because I gotta hold it to make sure the corn dye doesn't slide. Then I got it close to the stand for the camera. There we go. Let me try to move this over there. No, not quite good enough. It's too close to the stand here. Did that come off the corn? It did. See, I just keep doing this stuff. Oh. I don't like the way the marquee keeps sticking to the glass, man. I like to be able to move it when I want to move it. Nice embossing in that. Can you see that? That looks really good. Really good. You know, you just can't fault Anna her dies. And not quite what I expected, but I expected a little bit better embossing. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick this back in here. And I'm going to put the green underneath. And let's see if we can get better embossing and get cutting. See, that's the way it should be. Just like this. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we, better embossing part of the way, but not completely. Well, the corn on the green, it did pretty good. Okay, that's the corn and the pumpkin. What did I do with the pumpkin dye? Okay, let's check out the grapes. Let's do it opposite, since it looked like the bottom layer definitely embossed better on that one. Let's see if that is going to hold true on this one. Wow, look at that embossing. And the green. Wow. Wow, that green embossed, amazing. Okay. That is just amazing, amazing. Makes me think I want to put something under here just to get that embossed image a little better. Let's try this. Y'all, it's cloudy here, and we have had storms, thunder, lightning since yesterday evening. Ooh, look how that turned out. Look at that. And that. And I love the way her dyes work, I really do. And then let's do a little piece with this. Do I have a square somewhere? There's that pumpkin dye. Just a little square piece of paper. That's really thin. The gourd. What kind of grapes grow in the fall? Green grapes, purple grapes. I mean, I just did my grapes purple just 'cause, but maybe it's green grapes that we see in the fall more. Do we see grapes in the fall? Oh, that's right. I was using this for an apple. So, but I'm sure people will look at it and go, what is that supposed to be? I'm sure. Okay, now I'm just going to go and I'm going to cut along the green. And it's with the embossing, it's very easy to follow. How's that look? I think that's cute. With that brown and yellow. The fall harvest corn. Liking it. So I guess we'll keep the grapes purple and I use the red. The green leaves. And like I said, the embossing does kind of give you a guide of where to cut and get them together. Now, one of the ones I seen, it looked like she had used mirror card like for the grapes and stuff. And pearlescent, and you can give your fruits and veggies different textures. And I would, I'm doing this for a video, so it needs to be a little bit quicker, but I think I'm going to use both of these. Now what I might do is snip the stem right there and just swap out. Oh, I gotta kind of fix that little nick just so it's not real noticeable, and then come through and take the top stem. I wasn't planning on doing this, but it turned out so good, the gold, that I was like, yeah, I'm do it. See, the only problem with that is you don't go in that little bit extra because you're trying to save the other piece. So it kind of changes it a little bit. And then we have the pumpkin and the apple. So there's our veggies. And we need a stopper. And there is this piece right here that we could use, but I think I'm just going to use the corn. Let me grab some foam tape or foam pads or whatever we're going to call them. And 1, 2, 3. Alright, now if you want to add some wet glue on there to help it stay, then that's good too. I would kind of want this like this, so I'm going to put my stopper right there. And then I'm just going to start sticking these. I'll put that down because that gold is matching that gold. Oops, oops. That piece just moved. Okay. No. You could do it that way. My little apple. And I do think that paper worked real good for an apple. Oh, I guess he should be down. I guess it's best to get let's go into be underneath first. And I would do more with my fruit and veggies if I wasn't doing this video, but because I am doing the video, I do want to make sure now another thing I might do is come in and let me see here, wait. I do want them to look piled in, right? It's a horn of plenty, cornucopia, horn of plenty. I'm going to come and just kind of snip through these green grapes. And just like they're kind of cascading down, and then I might just do a little in the background more. I've kind of lost it in there a little bit. I'm gonna think. Just want to make it look like it's coming from behind. So I want these to kind of go, there we go, like that. There we go. So of course, you know, you gotta take some time and play with it and get your fruits and veggies, and then if you got the stickers, you got more things you can play with. You can put more veggies and stuff out here. If I had used the placard, then I would have had the corn also to put somewhere. You know, I love it. That's a cornucopia, folks. It's a very traditional Thanksgiving fall harvest. And I just think it's wonderful. So, I think the camera has moved, and that's where it was supposed to be. But with all this, right? And the bumping, that's what happened. Alright, everybody. I hope everybody has a blessed I don't know when this is gonna be on. I know it's on my camera, so it's gonna take all day to upload. And then I have other ones because I'm trying to stack my videos right now. But whatever time of the week it is, I hope everybody is blessed. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again. Bye bye now.